The beat goes on, and Google Music. Adam Hewison here, president of INO.com and co-creator of MarketClub with your midday market update for Wednesday, the 15th of May. So let's go right to our portfolio. We're going to start with gold, because gold is actually under a lot of pressure today. We broke through the 1400 level, which we thought we would happen. We've already put some lines in here that I think are pretty interesting. 1384 is a 61.8% pullback. However, the major trend has been and continues to be negative for gold. You can see 1672 on a monthly, 1653 on a weekly, and 1459, the last signal we had to go short gold, in a minus 100. So we're not quite really super oversold yet, but I think we'll see this market continue to be under pressure. So let's go on to our next market, which is actually Google. Google making new highs, all-time highs, over $900 a share. And if you haven't seen our Google video, I highly recommend you take a look at it. It's on the blog, and take a look at it and see what we've been showing you consistently with what we've been talking about for Google. So Google over $900, looks like it's going to go higher. Certainly the 920 level is not out. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people talking about $1,000 for Google. So let's see what happens with that. But the trend is definitely up in Google. Moving along to crude oil. Crude oil was under a lot of pressure early today. It's come right back up. We can draw our trend line in. We've talked about this before. Looks like it broke through the trend line but came right back. And if we just look at this on a close-only basis, you'll see that it has stayed above the trend line. We can just scope this up to here, to there. So it looks like it's right on the trend line. Looks like it should be at support. Mixed picture, trading range 55. That's our scope. And I think that's going to continue to be a trading range for the time being. So let's move on to the euro and the US dollar. Dollar doing much, much better now. King dollar. And we've got negative signals on the monthly, weekly, and daily. And on a candlestick chart, you can see, boom, huge down day today. Looks like we're going to challenge the 128, 127.50 level, which we talked about on Monday. I think we'll see that happening in the not too distant future. Things in Europe aren't looking that good, and we showed you the pivot point. We talked about that. Very clear pivot point right here, and it equates to coming down to this level here, about the 127.50 area handle. So let's see how that plays out. Generally speaking, the trend is your friend, and the trend certainly favors the dollar right now. So let's go to our next market, and that's going to be the indomitable industrials. New highs on the industrials, 15,297. You can see we've been long this market for quite some time, and we continue to be positive, thinking we're going to see this market much higher. So if you just look at our monthlies, we've been bullish on this market since 22nd of January, 13,666. We've almost, well, you can see the numbers from here to here. Nice profit, and the beat goes on. It's not that way in all the markets, but it's certainly the way in the indices right now. The one thing we want to show you here in the S&P 500 is, again, another strong trend, but let me scope this out just a little bit further, and this is one of the concerns we have. We talked about this parallel channel, and the market getting very close to being at that high, so here you are, just draw that in, and you can see we're right up there. I think we're very, very close to seeing this market make a high. Not sure when that's going to be, but the trend is your friend, certainly. Having some sort of a pullback, but we haven't seen that yet. And that's the thing that's annoying everybody, all the professional traders. But if you just count, I'll show you a quick count that we looked at in this market, the S&P 500. So you look at the here and here, this high right here, and it's basically 1, 2, 3 boxes. Just go 1, 2, 3. We're pretty much there at the high. So I think high on the count, technical count, and high on the channel. So I think we'll probably see a pullback coming in this market, but the trend is your friend. You want to stay along this market and have tight stops. So let's clear the screen and go on to our next market. And much the same with the NASDAQ composite. New highs there, but you can draw in the trend line, which we talked about here. Just get this line as close as we can get it. So you can see every time it's gone up towards the highs, it's pulled back. I think this will be no different this time. Everyone says it's going to be different this time. Well, I don't think so. I think we probably reached the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 level. I think we're at or close to a high. So plus 100, the trend is your friend. If you're long, stay long. We're long. We're very happy with that. Our weekly triangles are very positive. We've been long right here. You can see the line there. And that's coming in on the 29th of April at 3,306. So we got some nice profits in that position. Moving along to the Japanese yen, we've been long this market. You can see right here, that's worked out well for us. Even when we put our dailies in, you can see our last daily was really a buy at 99.43. It's 102, so we got really some nice profits in that position, and we continue to favor being long the dollar, short Japanese yen. One of the big winners for us, we had a lot of big winners as being the Australian dollar, short the Australian dollar. You can see we got short once it went over one below 101, but even before that at 102.79. Now the key thing is here, if you haven't seen our video on the Australian dollar, take a look at it because it's all there. We don't look at this and say, oh, we go backwards and say, oh yeah, I should have done that. We looked at it and predicted this move, and it's worked out extremely well for us and our members everywhere around the world. So anyway, I'm Adam Hewison for Market Club. We've covered a lot of markets. Check out our Google video, and also check out our Australian dollar video. So I'll see you soon. Have a great trading day. Put the power of the trade triangles on your side. Join Market Club today.